Hello and welcome yet again to another, vlog. Yeah, I'm gonna go do some shopping and shower and everything I just ate. So, excuse me. So, yeah, today's epic, 15-minute rant is the Boondock Saints Blu-ray to All Saints Day. I think I kind of screwed that up, but whatever. Um, Apparently there was. Oi, not everyone belongs in Hollywood. Just saying. Uh, so this guy, uh, director Duffy, Duffer or Duffy, I keep forgetting. 'Cause I know it's the Duffy brothers, but this is somebody else. Troy Duffy, yeah, Troy Duffy. So this is not the same creators that made Stranger Things. Those are other guys, like the Wachowskis. It's somebody else. Somebody else. So there was a. I wonder if the Winchowskis were parodied or referenced in Hacked or Hackers. I wonder. But anyway, uh, focus. So the Boondock Saints 2 Blu-ray edition has the extended, like I don't know, like 5 minutes of extra footage or something like that, and it's a bit of a mixed bag. Some scenes are extended, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure. And other things are kind of like, that didn't really tie together well as you would think. Yeah, yes, it's a good concept, but you didn't really. Well, let me explain. If you've seen the regular movie that was released in theaters, like I had, yeah, it's back when the last couple of years of my mom's chemo when she was alive. I went and saw this in theaters along with 2012. Well, actually, the first time I saw the trailer for Boondock Saints 2, All Saints Day, or was it at the convention? I forget. It was the convention first where I got the poster somewhere. And had that guy who helped put it on the DVD help sign him for it. It was just like some peripheral guy who helped put it on DVD. So I'm like, hey, that makes you a hero in my book because it's a darn good film. I like the DVD extras. So, so I got his autograph. So I can't tell if it was in theaters for the trailer or if it was for at the convention. I forget which I heard of it first. Because remember, I didn't really have access to the internet like I do now. I still had a flip phone. So, yeah. Uh, so, hearing of the trailer. Oh, yeah, and in the 2012 screening, I was like the only person there. But anyway, I saw this trailer and it's like, oh my god, the sequel. So every time I managed to get to a computer at like a library or something, or a demo at an electronics store, I wanted to see how the Boondock Saints movie was coming about, and hearing things about the plot and who's coming back and all that fun stuff. And I finally saw it in theaters, and it was not as good as part one, as most things do. Sequels are, but it was reasonably enough to say, yeah, I want to get this on DVD. So I went out some years later and I got it on DVD. Uh, and it continues the story faithfully pretty well. 8 years later, because that's how long it took to make the sequel, because the director, Troy Duffy, got himself blacklisted from Hollywood because he was uh, being a bit intense, to put it lightly. He was being, yeah, it didn't go very well. Movie was a hit. Everyone loved it. Um, but yeah, he screwed up any chance of making a sequel or anything else in Hollywood. I have the documentary somewhere. I have it. So having having done all that, gone through 8 years through basically fan petitioning for 8 years, Hollywood said, okay, let's get this thing happening. So it builds and builds through however way it was building up, so Hollywood allowed it to happen. And the Boondock Saints 2 came out. Again, I saw it in theaters and it got on DVD. And it um, it starts off in Ireland. Well, it starts off with Rocco. It shows Rocco doing a monologue, narration um, about doers and talkers, and then it shows the boys and their dad, you know, living out in the not necessarily on the land, but in seclusion in Ireland until one rainy night. The father says it's like peace is the enemy of memory because it's all worn, it's faded, and it shows the boys there just herding sheep and living on a farm, living peaceful lives. You know, their Boondock Saints days behind them, and then suddenly, as if not a day had passed, you can feel it in the air around them. Something's calling them back, and then surprise, surprise, to no one, you know, priest shows up in a jeep and says, "Something's happened." And he says, "Someone's framing you, done your, you know, their shtick on this priest, and then now, you know, everyone's like wondering, what was it them? Why? What?" And they said, "All right," and they go to the barn, dig up all their gear that they had buried, and so it's like resurrecting, because they have the signs of the cross on their backs. They have the upper half of the cross on one back and the lower half on the other. Oh, that's and they're digging up this chest, so it's be a resurrection thing. Get it? Um, it's a motif or whatever reference or something, allegory. But anyway, so they bring it back and they shave their beards and cut their hair, and so they go get on a cargo container, you know, back to the U.S. and they meet the Rocco for the story called Romeo. Romeo's a big fan of theirs and he wants to get in on this. And the boys are a bit hesitant about this. They don't want to. They don't want another sidekick in this because what happened to the sidekick at the end of the first movie, so they don't want to do that again. They don't want a repeat of history. But Romeo manages to persuade them that he is, you know, connected. He's a value member of this, you know, of this team, and he has a part to play and a bit of a character arc. Um, so there are certain scenes that are extended, like the ladder scene. I thought that was interesting. Shows them kind of, you know, getting to know each other a bit more rather than them just saying, "Oh, I'm here. Hi. Oh, it's you. Hey, can I join?" You know, it's more of, "Oh, hey, what up? Okay, now I know who you are. Now can I join?" You know, so there's a bit more to that. Anyway, but the one thing that, yeah, it was not necessary and was connected to the various scenes that were cut out for pacing and timing issues, and to kind of make the script or the story or the movie a little bit tighter, is the black cat. Now everything else is kind of more superfluous. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad no one tried to correct me, so I don't have to smack him in the face with the salami. Anyway, but yes, everything else is kind of just there. Take it or leave it. It's fine. You know, it doesn't add or subtract from the movie too much. But the black cat is going to make a decisive difference in your mind because it comes out of nowhere. Because they're on the tanker, and all of a sudden this black cat with a white collar just shows up and is walking across, you know, in the background. And it's like, okay, and the guys are looking at that like, huh, like it means something. They act like it kind of means something. Story-wise, it doesn't mean jack because it doesn't state itself as anything. You don't know what that's supposed to reference. I know what they're trying to reference. Not if I haven't seen the whole thing, but I had an idea at the time of what it is they're trying to reference. Um, is and it's not a reference to the Matrix. Just letting you know. The cat appears again at the, the the monument, the mausoleum, and then again the at the high rise infiltration scene. At the gangsters' hideout. And on the scaffolding, lowering the thing that comes down and they wash for the window washers to wash side of the buildings. Um, they see the cat again, the exact same cat with the exact same color, just randomly appearing at different points in this movie, and the boys are like, they're like kind of shocked, like kind of more disturbed by it than anything else, but they don't know what to make of it. Same as us with the audience. So it's like, what does that cat mean? Why does the cat keep following them? Um, and then at the final scene with the cat then appears in a dream sequence at the bar when Rocco shows up. Rocco kind of gives him the pep talk, and I believe what they were trying to reference was that the cat is supposed to represent the wandering soul or the reincarnated soul of Rocco, I guess, because Rocco killed a cat in the first film. It was supposed to be the symbology or symbolism of his deal in his part in all this, because he didn't make the oath, but the kind of oath he did make was with the cat was involved in its death. It's called foreshadowing, kids. So I believe the cat is supposed to somehow reference Rocco. Again, it's all very convoluted because it doesn't really connect. Because it's a black cat with a white collar, not the cat that looks like the cat from the last film. That would make a little bit more sense and a little bit more of a connection. To have the boys kind of keep reacting to this cat, kind of bewildered by it, like just almost disturbed by its presence, like it's a banshee or something. It's like, no, why are you concerned about this cat? What does the cat mean? So they had to kind of cut out the cat because it's supposed to represent Rocco in some shape, way, or form. So that doesn't really come together. So you can understand why it only appears in the movie once during the bar dream sequence when Rocco walks in is kind of more because he's sharing the screen with Rocco as he walks in. So they can't really cut that scene out. Otherwise, they would have just cut the cat out entirely. So, yeah. Everything else is basically the same. Some scenes are extended. So, after comparing the two, it's like watching, Leon the Professional with the El Professional movie or whatever. So, seeing the extra 20 minutes of that, you kind of see a difference. It feels like a bit of a different movie. There's some, sorry, still burping. Big lunch. Some context to these scenes. It gives a little bit more, dimension to it. A bit more information. So that's nice. It's nice. Doesn't really subtract from anything, like I said, other than the black cat. Everything else kind of more adds to the movie. Does it feel longer? No. It feels about the same length because these are only like minute or two long scenes. So it doesn't feel like it's making the movie more bloated. Though editing it does make it a bit more streamlined. So again, like I said, you can take it or leave it. So either or is basically the same to me. Again, you will be divided upon by the black cat because it feels like a quandary keeps coming through the scene, so you feel just as lost as the boys. So, yeah, and then with Norman Reedus still doing the Walking Dead and now going to France for the, I'm guessing, not the Running Dead, but the Walking acids, I'm guessing. I saw the first 5 minutes or whatever, teaser, whatever. It's zombies with acid touch. And now he's playing The Last of Us in France. I am not making that up. His job, appointed by the church, or the nuns who rescued him, is that he must now go somewhere and deliver this little 14-year-old girl to unspecified location because it's necessary for something. I don't know. Maybe it saves the world. I don't know. Oh, I just noticed the record and stop button is diameter is exactly matches up with the top shelf right here of DVDs. So if you can see where my fingertip is at, see if I can get this right. Okay, right there where my fingertip is at, right there is the round circle, and it's perfect. Like, it's just as if I planned it somehow. As if I planned it. That just happens to turn on like that. What are the odds? Anyway, but yeah, Boondock Saints, All Saints Day. Blu-ray is a good one. They have both versions, I believe, on here. Let's see. Yeah, special features, the director's uncut film, Saints off script, back to Boondocks, and filmmaker and cast commentaries. Which I believe the filmmakers and cast commentaries are the same ones on the original DVD release for part 2. So don't think it's going to be different. I tried to get it to see if it was different. There's no, and I don't believe there are any commentaries on the extended DVD track, because then you know, trying to get everyone back again just to do a slightly 10-minute longer film is probably a bit needless. Since they pretty much talk about everything that's in the extended version anyway on the DVD commentary itself, so there's no real point for that. So yeah. So a new thing I'll be doing, because now Amazon has this new cool feature saying you can now have your wish list arranged in lowest to highest price. So I have a bunch of $5 stuff on there. So every time I have every pay period, every twice a month, I'm going to put in an order for the next DVD item on the line. So right now I have coming is was it Mako and the Magic Users or something like that. It's a thing. Trust me, I'll do a review about it later when I get reacquainted with the animation. Like I need more anime or cartoons or DVDs or anything else. But I'll probably be changing rooms by the end of the year when my roommate next door moves out. He has double the closet space, so I'll be able to put everything kind of more away. And hopefully I'll have some more shelf space. And then maybe if I save up enough, maybe around Christmas, if I save up enough, I'll get another shelf thing. Not cut it in half, but have it more up. So then I could just put everything kind of more just away, I would probably get 2 more. Again, I would have to do the dimensions to find out how to arrange everything. But maybe 1 or 2 more shelves at best, just to help with all this here in front of me. You've seen pictures. And to help all this, I rearranged it so all this here and there needs to go here, but it's stuffed to capacity. Hell, I even had to take out all the VHSs, which are kind of more here and here, just so that I could put in the 80 DVD-Rs down here, because that's where most of the OVAs, VHSs, where I had transferred from, would normally go. So I had to convert all those down, down, and then put those over there. So, again, capacity. That's why I put the Disney up there, because I couldn't put it on the shelf. I had to put it above the shelf, or at least on the top shelf, because then I guess put everything else kind of more just up there. So yeah, what I need to do is get about another 3 at most, just so I can put everything here and there and up there and all that over there on that other shelf. It's kind of more up and away. But that's planning for another day. Now I'm going to relax a bit and go to the store and take the car to get cleaned. You know, all that fun-loving stuff, because my car is filthy. I haven't washed it in a while, so I'm going to need to go wash it and take a shower after eating, digest some more. That's about it. Oh, 20 minutes. Okay, well, I guess that's long enough. And I'll try to put up more TikTok-ish things for ya. So take care, and as always, see you at the movies.